Welcome to Ocean Farming Channel. Today we will explore together the art of squid fishing, a fascinating challenge that fishermen have pursued for generations. Squid is not only a delicious dish, but also brings unforgettable, thrilling moments. Trust me, there's nothing more refreshing than pulling up a giant squid after a stressful few minutes of waiting. Especially in Australia, no matter where you are along the coast, the chance to catch a fresh squid is huge. From coral squid to arrow squid, there are many species of squid living and waiting for us to explore. I remember the first time I caught a northern tiger squid. The feeling of excitement, my heart pounding as it jumped out of the water, it was unforgettable. Squid fishing seems simple, but it is challenging. You just need a simple fishing rod, the type you usually use to fish for sea bass or bass, and that's enough. But if you want to be more pro, equip yourself with a specialized igi rod, a fishing rod designed specifically for squid hunting. I remember the first time I used Yamashita's igi. It was amazing. Each pull was so smooth, without slipping off the squid's tentacles. Squids are species with strange hunting habits. They often dare to dive into shallow water to search for food. That is also an opportunity for us to access them more easily. Watching a large squid glide gently through the water with only its head submerged, truly an unforgettable sight. Did you know the southern giant squid, also known as the ocean monster, is the largest squid species with a length of up to 15 meters and a weight of more than 200 kilograms. The tentacles are full of plates with sharp teeth that make everyone shiver. Encountering this species in deep water is a dramatic challenge, but once conquered, it is a proud achievement. Not only giant squid, regular squid also bring great experiences. Imagine, under the sunset at sea, feeling the powerful pull as a squid struggles. All fatigue disappears, leaving only joy and excitement. The best thing is that you don't need a big boat. Just standing on the shore with a little patience and skill is enough. I still remember the first time I taught a young friend how to fish for squid. At first he was hesitant, but when he pulled up the first squid, a bright smile appeared on his face. Speaking of arrow squid, this is one of the special species that we often encounter. They are smaller than coral squid or tiger squid, but they have the ability to swim quickly and dodge extremely skillfully. Pulling up these small squids is always a combination of skill and agility. Sometimes they just need to be a little slow and they will escape. Schools of arrow squid often move in deeper waters, about 400 to 800 meters below the seabed. Can you imagine? In the cold of the deep water, where the light is only a blur, giant squids and arrow squids still live, hunt, and thrive. And this is what makes squid fishing so irresistible. You never know which species you will encounter, which squid will appear at the end of the line. My teammates and I have floated at sea many times, amid the cold wind and the sound of waves crashing against the ship. Exciting moments of squid fishing make all fatigue disappear when the squid struggles at the end of the line. The feeling of victory when pulling a squid out of the water is something any fisherman aspires to experience. One time, in the southern sea when the sunset was red, I felt a strong pull. It's definitely a big squid, and sure enough, after a few tense minutes, a giant squid appeared, with long tentacles clinging tightly to the fishing rod. The giant squid struggled violently. The pull became stronger, making my hands tremble with tension. Teammates ran to assist, and eventually the squid succumbed. The tentacles slammed against the side of the ship, echoing in the ocean. There were loud cheers when we pulled up the trophy. A squid over 3 meters long. It was one of my most memorable memories. We fishermen often tell each other that squid fishing is not only a profession, but also an art. Because it's not just simply casting bait and waiting, it also requires sensitivity. Squid, unlike other fish, have the ability to recognize and react extremely quickly. Just a little carelessness, they will hide immediately. Therefore, to catch squid, you must clearly understand the time, location, and especially how they move underwater. Among my other memorable memories is when a group of young people organized a night squid fishing trip. Under the bright lights of the ship, we threw the EGI rods far away. Less than 10 minutes later, a squid was hooked. Cheers echoed throughout the ship. Each squid was pulled up one by one, creating an extremely bustling and exciting atmosphere. That night, no one could sleep because the joy was so great. We sat together, enjoying fresh dishes made from squid and telling each other stories about the sea. Eggy bait is the most important secret when fishing for squid. This type of bait accurately simulates the shape of the prey, making it easy for squid to hook. The first time I used the Eggy Yamashita, each slight tug brought an amazing feeling as the squid pulled strongly from the bottom of the sea, truly unforgettable. It would be a mistake to mention squid fishing without talking about giant squids. Southern squids, also known as deep-sea monsters, are the target that every fisherman dreams of facing. Not everyone has the opportunity to catch these giant squids because they often live in deep and dark waters where few people dare to go. But once you have an encounter with them, it will be an experience you will never forget. One time, during a trip out to sea with a team of friends, we decided to try our hand at deeper water than usual, about 600 meters. But then suddenly, I felt a terrible pull from the bottom of the sea. I knew immediately that I had encountered a giant squid. My heart stopped beating in that moment, but without hesitation, I started pulling. The battle lasted more than 20 minutes. Each minute passing was a wave of tension. Finally, the giant squid appeared under the ship's lights. It was one of the largest squids I had ever seen. You can't imagine the wonderful feeling of conquering this sea monster. But not only are there stressful encounters like that, squid fishing also brings simple joys that I love. The times of coastal squid fishing with family, enjoying the cool sea air and fresh seafood feasts right on the beach, those are unforgettable moments. Fresh squid parties after each fishing trip are always a great joy for any fisherman. Just imagining it is enough to make your mouth water. Pieces of fresh white squid, fragrantly grilled over charcoal, or dipped in hot pot with fresh vegetables. Squid is not only an easy species to catch, but also one of the most delicious seafood dishes the sea has to offer. The children in our family were also very excited when they heard about enjoying grilled squid right at the beach. That air, the aroma of grilled squid, the gentle sea breeze. That was a happy moment that my family and I will forever remember. In particular, there were times during the night squid fishing trip when we even encountered the magical light of squid glowing under the water. That's right, you heard right. The ink glows. Some squid species have the ability to emit light thanks to biological mechanisms, and the sight is truly a miracle of nature. Small spots of light flicker under the water like stars at night, creating an unforgettable, magical scene. These are rare moments that only lucky fishermen can witness. Squid fishing is not always serious and stressful. We often joke that squid are so intelligent that they sometimes surprise even the most experienced fishermen. One time, a friend and I were engrossed in casting the rod when suddenly we both felt a strong pull. I thought I had won big. However, after a while of trying, we both discovered that our fishing rods were entangled. Laughter rang out throughout the ship, and it was one of those fishing trips we will never forget. Such adventures not only bring us joy, but also help us bond more. On the boat, each person has a task, from the person pulling the net, the person throwing the bait, to the person checking the equipment. Togetherness and mutual support have created successful fishing trips, and each time, we are more proud of our profession. However, things don't always go smoothly. The sea always contains unpredictable challenges. On trips to sea, we encountered rough seas, strong winds, and high waves. That's when we had to work together to overcome difficulties, protect the safety of the whole group, and try to bring back fresh batches of squid. But those challenges increase our love and patience for the profession. Squid fishing is not only a profession to make a living, but also a passion, a deep connection with the sea. If any of you are planning to try squid fishing, I only have one advice. Just do it. No need to worry too much about techniques or tools. With just a simple fishing rod, a little patience and passion, you can enter this exciting world. And remember, squid fishing not only brings fresh squid, but also brings unforgettable memories. After every fishing trip, when I return home with the spoils, I often sit back, sip a cup of tea, and remember the wonderful moments at sea. The sea always opens its arms to welcome those who appreciate and love it. For me, every squid fishing trip is not only an adventure, but also a journey to find myself, to find peace in the midst of a busy life. Try going out to sea once. Feel the cool breeze blowing, hear the gentle sound of waves, and wait for the wonderful moment when the first squid takes the bait. I believe that it will be an experience that you will never forget. Thank you for joining me on this adventure today. The sea still has many wonders waiting for us to discover. Please leave a comment to share your experiences, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next journeys. Wishing you all always full of passion and have wonderful fishing trips.